With the unbalanced line within Sydney, Greg Olsen across the formation for a big gain. How about that jump?
Yeah, his foot must be okay. Look at that elevation.
Last time I saw it, it's like you don't see that jump play too much in the NFL anymore because defensive linemen make so much penetration. Looks like Marcus Allen goes.
I was going to say, and that parade of MVPs that you were a part of, that reminded you so much of what Marcus used to do on a regular basis. He knows extra point is good, but there is a flag on the PAT.
Review of the play. The quarterback was touched and went down by contact at the 13-yard line. It'll be second down from that point. Carolina will not be charged a timeout. However, they are out of challenges.
That's the big question. You're 4 minutes into the second quarter, and you cannot challenge anything the rest of the way. Was it worth the 7 yards?
Me, yes. Take it right.
Edge, and they lost their footing, too, on their way to try to get to Cam. Hartman bodies around him. He hits the deck flag. Norwood, he is not tackled yet. Gets past Dixon. Gets to the 50. He's running down the sideline. And it's tackled from behind. Addison brings him down. But Jordan Norwood in traffic somehow got away from the Panthers.
I think the Panthers thought it was a fair catch, and they're trying to hold up.
You saw Jones with a little contact with Norwood. You're right. They had to have thought it was a fair catch signal, which we never saw. And down the sideline he goes. 61-yard return.
That or they worried about interference. But how about Addison, number 97, hustling down the field.
48 along with Demarius and Peyton on the offense. Malik Jackson, who had the touchdown earlier. Sylvester Williams and Danny Trevathan. Only 6 from 2 years ago. Starters in both 48 and 50. 33-yard try coming up. Field goal is at the line. McManus good again. But twice they've gotten into the red zone and settled for field goals. This one set up by Norwood's longest punt return in Super Bowl history.
The Super Bowl 50 halftime show, a musical celebration of past, present, and future, featuring Coldplay and special guest artists Beyonce and Bruno Mars.
Visit NFLshop.com after the game for the largest selection of Super Bowl 50 championship gear at the official store of the NFL, NFLshop.com.
Well, it's a really good job by Michael Orr trying to retaliate, pulled himself up at the last second, not to hit Malik Jackson and get a personal foul himself.
From the 49, it's Tolbert. And he fumbles, and Trevathan is there with the recovery. Tolbert had lost one, but recovered it in the first quarter, but this time it's Trevathan who has the football. Another mistake made by Carolina. The hit by Darian Stewart forced it. Inside the 25, Fowler in for his third snap of the game, number 16. From the gun. Almost, yes he is. He's picked off. What a catch by Ely, who's still on his feet. And look at Ely all the way out to the 39. He bobbled it, clutched it again, and has the interception.
They do this a lot, the Carolina defense. They will drop defensive linemen back in coverage. 94 on the outside. Boy, nice job of reading where the receiver is. Sanders. I think Peyton Manning saw him. He just tried to anticipate the throw so much, he couldn't hold the football back and let it go. Ely made a great interception.
Boy, he pulls it in with one hand.
K'Wan Short's going to try to get a block on Peyton. I believe.
Norwood watches this one bounce into the end zone and a touchback for only a net of 41. Peyton's fourth time in the Super Bowl with 4 different coaches. Won it with Hall of Famer Tony Dungy. Tony, congratulations. Finding out the news last night. Jim Caldwell lost to the Saints down in Miami in that one. And then John Fox 2 years ago. And now Gary Kubiak. Colquitt. This earns a fair catch from Ginn. Back at the 19 with Latimer there just in case, monitoring. 53-yard punt. We're at the 2-minute warning. And Denver leads it 13-7. As if he was either exhausted or a little bit of pain.
I think he's pretty tired, but I'll tell you that was not a very good job of using their time here at the end of the first half.
With pressure, able to break away from Miller and get the football down the...
They're not doing it here in this game so far.
2nd and 10, and that will close out the half as DeMarcus Ware pile drives Cam to the...
Just so fast. He talked about it to us the other day. He's worked on it so hard and just has gotten better at bending the corner. You see him lean in. Once he leans in, he's going around attacking.
Yeah, he missed all those games because of injury, back injury. He said, you know what, it was the best thing happened to me. I went back and trained, did more core training than I ever had, and I'm able to get lower into the quarterback and around the edge faster than I could. Let's go down to Evan.
Here with head coach Ron.
Like this all year long.
Yes, they won. Thank you, Tracy. They've won 11 games by 7 points or less, an all-time record. 2nd and 11. And he loads it up, and he's got the completion. Nope. Incomplete. That was Kochery with Vaughn Miller covering and able to get it out of his hands.
Out and up, watch it. How about that? Vaughn Miller, the pass rusher, taking a wide receiver down the field. And Carolina showing some new wrinkles here in the second half. We saw the long completion to Ted Ginn, the extra pass.
In the regular season, perfect in the postseason. Nortman to hold. Jansen to snap it. 44 yards. Gano. His kick. Oh, it hits the upright and bounces away. No good. Joe DeCamillis, the special teams coach for the Broncos. Fist in the air. This is a 30-yarder for McManus, and he remains perfect in the postseason. 10 for 10 in the playoffs. Began with the miss on one side, a couple of completions to Emmanuel Sanders, got him down deep, and again McManus is called on for the field goal. 16-7. And this is the 21st year of their existence, the second time they've been in the big game, trying to win it for the first. Play action, here they come. Got it away. T.J. Ward went through the hands again, and he fumbles it. Picked up by Trevathan, who had a recovery in the first half. Trevathan has the football.
He threw it so hard that Ted Ginn could not make the catch.
Super Bowl 50 on CBS is sponsored by Jeep, inspired by 75 years of freedom and adventure. And by Budweiser, not backing down since 1876. This Bud's for you. Now look at the evolution as the rings. It's
During the return, personal foul, illegal blindside block on the return team, number 31. It's a 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down, Carolina.
It resolved the thing. Vaughn Miller, DeMarcus Ware. running around me before I can get my hands on him.
3rd and 8. Here comes the pressure. Nowhere to go.